Yo, what's up, y'all? This Philosophical from the Rap Review Room, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? I want to thank you guys for like, sharing, and subscribing. Also, if you're an up and coming artist and you want your music reviewed here, whether that may be a track, an album, or an interview, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Definitely get your music reviewed, giving it authentic feedback to our up and coming artists. Also, I appreciate the comments. I try to get to everybody's comments, man. I love the feedback, love the conversation down in the comments. All right. Man, today we got a special review here, man. I'm gonna be reviewing the Ransom Cabrini Green album, man. Ransom is an artist, man. I have him on my Canvas 2 album. That link will be down in the description box. Man, I think this is a dope artist. I felt when I listened to him, man, like I felt his execution, I felt his presence, I felt his rapping, I felt like the bars, right? And I didn't when I started listening to Ransom and hearing about Ransom, I was just like, man, you know, you don't hear a lot of you hear the type of artistry that but it's not as a lot of the production and free flowing and what he's saying, and I just feel the impact and the just the powerfulness he speaks, on a track, right? And I've seen a lot of reviews and a lot of comments on they feel like Ransom, it's just, you're getting too much rapping, you're getting too much bars, simplistic beats. And for me, I'm gonna speak on this album, go through a track review here, and kind of speak on some of the producers and what I like about this album is that I'm gonna say that's okay, right? Ransom is a rapper that is very poetic. It's bars. You know what you're getting, right? It's that New York gritty rap, and it's amazing to hear, man. This guy just it's like everything he raps, it just touches the gold, man. And I if he's listening to this or watching this, I really appreciate giving an artist like me a chance, right? He could have said no or not responded at all, man. I really appreciate an artist of Ransom's caliber to be able to get on the track with me and So Logic, right? That's the ultimate appreciation for me, man, that I'm never gonna forget, right? So even before, man, I was constantly listening to his albums, man, from like the seven, right, to Chaos is My Ladder 2, Lavish Misery was one of my favorite projects, right? Coup de Grace, right? No Rest for the Wicked. It's like deleted scenes, man. Director's Cut 4 was kind of the very first albums I heard from Ransom. And I was just like, man. And I just kind of went back to listen again, man. Heavy is the Head, deleted scenes too. That whole kind of series he did there, man. Seven was an amazing. I would highly recommend that album actually to go back and listen to, man. And kind of Nicholas Craven has kind of been the producer he's worked with, man. And just an amazing chemistry, and just again just kind of speaks. Shout out to Nicholas Craven too, man. Dope guy, man. He was another guy that kind of I spoke to, man. Loved to work with. Loved the beginning to get a chance to be able to work with him one day, man. Cool cat, man. But Cabrini Green, right? If you've listened to Ransom's albums, right, you're getting bars, you're getting execution, you're getting soulful beats, you're getting punchlines, you're getting just bars. But I felt this album was a little bit different. I felt I got a little bit more out of Ransom that um, I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting. Right? We got a little bit of personality on this album, right? I felt like he let me in as far as he continues to give little layers of letting me in to who Ransom is, and I know sometimes to the average listener, a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't necessarily want to hear rapping, right? But when I say this album is a listenable album. It's not 19 tracks, it's 7 tracks. And that's kind of been the what we get from Ransom on these type of projects, right? Personality, especially on this album, we're getting some soul, we're getting some um, a lot of just who Ransom is, where he's come from, kind of his future, his present, and I feel a little vulnerability from this album. He talks about a lot of, having his wife, having his two daughters, being a family man, being a husband, being a father, right? And I'm going to go through this track listing in a few minutes, and it's impactful. And I appreciated this from Ransom. And I will say right now that this album will be in my top 20 albums of top 2025, right? And then we're already in January, right? But this is going to be my top album of 2025. And I feel like I'm going to go back and listen to this album throughout the year, right? But I will say this. I I appreciated what we got from Ransom, and you're getting a lot of execution in bars. But I do want we got one feature on this project, right? And if you guys know me, right, and I understand it's 7 songs, right? Going into continuing to be a Ransom fan, going into peeling back more of the layers, I would like a little bit more like that a little bit melodic hooks, right? A little bit more of the song structure because for me, the rapping, I love it. I like it, right? But conceptually going forward, right, as more of a masterpiece, and I would love to hear Ransom on like some Kanye West beats. I know he has that connection, right? Old Kanye, by the way, right? What if we got an album with Ninth Wonder or Primo, right? Pete Rock, amazing, amazing. That would be an amazing album, right? Or if Ransom did an album with Common, right? Or Ransom did an album with Nas, right? He even says that on here, right? People call him the Nasir, right? But he's been rapping a long time, right? That's just my thoughts on this, right? I would love, love, love to to have those because I know some of these producers and different artists know of Ransom in his circle. Whether he may have that coming down the road, um, and I'm speaking this into fruition and wanting to hear that, great man. But I have seen Ransom do some up and coming features. Right, he has done some work with Static Selector. I do see his name popping up a lot more. Right, but in terms of this album, let's speak on it. Tears from a Third Kingdom, man. If you've never heard Ransom before, this is your introduction right here. Amazing, amazing intro here. Uh, you know, Santoro Live was an amazing track, right? No Hostages made it a TYO amazing track, right? Pragmatic, which is again Nicholas Craven, right? Where to was one of my favorite tracks, one of my favorite tracks on this album, right? And also um, Torn to Peace, amazing, amazing, amazing track. I'm sorry, number 6, Give Enough is what is my favorite track. I've never heard of Jr. Right, never heard of Jr. But I tell you right now, he's a beast. He's a beast. I'm definitely gonna. He definitely gained a fan as far as Jr. on this album, right? Um, I love this album. I'm feeling this album. Like I said, this album will be on my top 10 albums of 2025. I love when I first saw the album cover for this album. I was like, man, it's real interesting. Where it's kind of this that Candyman, uh, uh, Candyman like album cover, him going down the street, right? And just covered in green, right? And I wonder, I'm just gonna look up, what Cabrini means because I'm really trying to get to the root of this, right? Uh, of this album, right? Okay, so it's basically speaking on the projects began construction in the 1940s area with a history of violence. So Cabrini Green was a housing projects, right? And I like that tie-in to where we got Ransom walking through the Cabrini Green projects, and I like that. And that does bring some familiarity. I just wanted to give some perspective on that. So as I say on this album's a dope album. It is a rapper's rapping album. It's a good album, really good album. And I'm gonna give this album a solid 8. Solid 8. This is a solid album, a great listen to. Definitely deserves your listen, right? And I'll definitely have the track I have with Ransom down in the description box. Definitely check that out also, man. Really appreciate that album. Really appreciate Ransom, also So Logic on this on that track we did. Made it out. Dope verse he did on that for me also, right? I really appreciate you guys hanging with me on this, man. Liking, please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast, man. Also, if you're an up and coming artist and you want your music reviewed here, whether that may be a track, an album, or an interview, don't hesitate to reach out. The information is also down in the description box. Continue to comment down. I try to answer all the comments, man. Try to, I appreciate the feedback you guys have been saying. I'm philosophical from the rap review room, y'all. I'm out, y'all. Peace.